everyone. It's so good to have you here for our Monday training. I'm just going to make sure that we are live in the group and that we're able to see everyone. And we are live. I'm so happy to have everyone here. We're just going to make sure that everything's working. And I see that we are live in our group. So perfect. So let's get started then. So I am so excited to be talking about this topic today because messaging is always going to be a core piece in your business, no matter what level you're in. And it's so important to me because for a while, when I shifted fields or industries, you could say, I had to work at this at a little bit, right? And I came coming back to this messaging, and that was the thing I was like spending my most time trying to figure out. So I decided to make this training just to help you and give you value as to how you can go, right? If you feel like your content's not resonating or you're not getting any bites, they say, right? If you're feeling that you're not getting the traction in your offers, in your content, people are not engaging with you, you're not seeing what you're looking for, I would suggest go and take a look at your messaging, okay? If you're very clear on your messaging, then content and everything else is going to be very easy for you to put together, to talk. Everything's just going to flow beautifully. So today we're going to spend time during this training talking about messaging and messaging made simple, because in reality, once you're clear on what you stand for, what you believe, and what you do, it just becomes so easy to train, to talk, to do many things, right, in your business. So we're going to spend some time there and we're going to discuss 3 points. So how does messaging made simple help you? What are the core pieces in messaging? Why is this so important? And last but not least, the number one thing that has helped me attract clients, sell out all my offers, and also hit the 6-figure mark. So that was one of the main pieces that really changed everything for me. And we're gonna dive deep, and I'm gonna take the example that my example, but also some of the clients' examples, and how they've been able to fast forward and be able to, just have exponential growth with the fact of changing, not changing, but getting very, very clear on their messaging. So, if you are here live or if you're watching the replay, definitely get your notebook out. It's so important for me to make sure that you can take the pieces here and then take it and go apply it, because I want you to start getting paid. I want you to start seeing clients. I want you to start seeing changes, right? This is the whole point of me going live in this group, is to give you massive value and help and support you and getting obviously more freedom, more profit, more clients, booking out all your offers. So you can go ahead and get your notes ready. So we're going to start with kind of like an introduction as to messaging made simple. And what that is basically is having a clear mission, your mission. And if you're familiar with corporate or big businesses, you know that all these businesses have a mission statement, a value statement, and what else do they have? Mission, values, and what they stand for, right? So with our businesses, we're no different. We're building companies. Whether you're starting, just with one offer and you're just yourself, at the end of the day, you're going, to build a company. So understanding and being very clear as to what it is that you stand for. What do you believe to be true? Why are you here? Why are you in this journey of entrepreneurship? What impact it is that you want to make? It's so important. And that's the first thing, right? So when my clients come in, that's the first question I ask. What is your mission? What are you here for? What are you going to do? And this is where we spend some of the time getting very clear on that. So basically, again, just to repeat, is being very clear on your mission about what you stand for, the person you help, or the industry you help, right? And the impact that you are here to make that will help them, right? Get the transformation that they're looking for. So this, starting off with this, will help you create a very strong message and by end stand out, because your mission And my mission can be very different. And we can be using different things, right? We may be using entrepreneurship. We may be using, what is it called? Web design, different avenues to get our ideal client the result that they want. But we stand for different things. So that is one piece of helping you stand out and really getting that ideal client to stop their scroll and be like, look, she's talking about something that I'm interested, right? So it's so important to get so clear. And it starts with this. So now I'm gonna dive into an example, right? So when I started in my my bookkeeping and tax firm business, I knew exactly who I was gonna serve, what I was gonna offer, and why my mission. What was my mission? And my mission was to help small business owners be profitable because I knew for a fact that they were so busy in their day-to-day activities of bringing in revenue and making sales and running the business that they were not keeping track of their income. They weren't sure and they were having cash flow issues. They weren't selling enough. So I knew that it was important for them to have someone that they could delegate that. So I was doing it then for you, right? And eventually that evolved into consulting. But I knew exactly what it was that I was doing, right? I wanted, like, sincerely from the bottom of my heart to help my clients be profitable. And the way that I was going to do that was by offering them bookkeeping services and another package that was tax planning because I knew that that was very important. So I started off with that being my desire, helping small business owners be profitable. Well, that was my mission. And the way I was going to get to that was by providing services that helped them achieve that, which was bookkeeping and tax services. I created three products, right? The first one was to meet you with just your basic needs, which was bookkeeping. My second offer was more of like a forecasting, so more like looking at the future. And then for like businesses that were already like in the six-figure mark, that was going to be the offer. And then for businesses that were like, I really want to save taxes, like they understood tax planning and they just wanted to be on top of it and they wanted an expert on their side. That was a third package, right? So I had three. And my clients understood, right? Okay, she does this. She understands the pain point. I would put my content out there through Facebook groups, nothing different, nothing much on that has changed. And they would just see, right? Okay, she stands for this, she's passionate. And it's not just about typing, it's definitely something I feel in my core till this day when I talk to my clients in both, business mentoring and coaching. My goal still is the same. I want to help you be profitable, but now I bring in another component, which is I want you to have profit, but I want you to also have freedom in your business, and I want to show you how to do that in an effective way. So for me, that was the strong message right back then. It was I want to help small businesses. I knew my person, right, who my ideal client was. Small businesses be profitable, and that was my mission. And my goal was, or my mission was, to see business owners saving thousands of dollars in taxes every year. I wanted to see more. I think at the time I had said I wanted to see I think I had said like 20 small business. I want to support 20 businesses, save on taxes, save thousands in taxes, and become profitable. Boom, fast forward to now, help many of my clients be profitable. They've been with me for a long time, 6, 7 years. And a lot of growth has happened, and I love it because that business just runs very smoothly. It just my baby. But moving that now to business coaching here, I had to do the same thing, right? I'm going to give an example here. If whether you can take that if you're done for you. Now I'm going to give an example if you're like providing consulting or services. So for Patricia Nolasco as business mentor and success coach, what I believe to be true is that a freedom and profit-based business is the type of business that gives you the personal and financial freedom that you need or that you desire. Sorry. So if you see me looking, it's because I'm looking at my bullet points. So that's what I believe to be true. Like I'm gonna shout that through everything and anything every single day, right? I don't believe that the only way to do business or create freedom or personal freedom, financial freedom, is through working 9 hours a day, 8 hours a day with overtime. I don't believe that. My thing is, I want to be profitable, but I also want to enjoy freedom, and that's core to me because I've always wanted that since I was little. I was like, there has to be a way, and now we're here in this century where, entrepreneurship is so available to us. We have the internet. We have so many ways that we can create that freedom. It's not just through income. That's one factor. But how can we use entrepreneurship, or how can we use our companies to give us that freedom? So that's what I believe to be true, that a freedom and profit-based business gives you the personal and financial freedom you desire. Now, our mission, our stated mission, is that we help women build freedom and profit-based businesses online. That's our stated mission. Now, how are we going to get there? How are we doing it? What are we using to make our vision or our mission a reality? We are using entrepreneurship, and we empower women through entrepreneurship to go ahead and create their version of freedom, or their version of a freedom and profit-based business, because it might look different. You might want to work 40 hours and you're totally okay with that. I might just want to work 20 hours and that's okay. So that's why I say your own version. And we do that by helping women hit the six-figure mark, right? Now, how do I help you get there? I help you get there through my own methodologies and my own experience and my own framework, which is mindset, strategy, and profit. So that will point to bringing this mission, or what I believe to be true, right? That's how I teach you, that's how I support you, and that's how you are able to achieve personal and financial freedom. So when I say my framework, mindset, strategy, and profit, what I'm referring to, it's something that I can take, but that I can apply it to anything. I could take that and apply it into applying in bookkeeping or in taxes, because it's just something that I can go ahead and adapt to the person, the lifestyle, and the business. And I've seen amazing results with it. So when thinking what I wanted to do here with business mentoring and success coaching, I was like, this is it. There's a lot of things we got to overcome when we're doing six figures or anything in business. There's some strategy, right? And there's obviously always, always, always the idea of, okay, how are we going to get massive profit, whether that's your offers, your pricing, your packages, your investments, what's going to be the ROI on that. And strategy, it's a lot like if you're trying to work only 25 hours or 15 hours. Okay, what's the strategy? What's the plan? What are the steps that we need to take in order to get to a freedom, and profit-based business? So I'm huge on strategy, but I'm also huge on mindset, working out the kinks and the things that come up along the way, because obviously there's going to be some things that we need to overcome because of previous exposure to things, thoughts, limiting beliefs, and things like that that we need to like address as we work together. And same thing with what I've done with my clients on both sides of business, right? Because I have clients in my private coaching, but I also have clients in our accounting business. Now, core pieces to your messaging, to make it simple again, is just taking that idea. What do you believe to be true? What's your mission? What's your desire? And then how are you going to facilitate that solution to your ideal client? And then start thinking, writing it, like, you're going to have maybe like different drafts, but getting very clear on who you help, what you do, is going to help you to go ahead and be able to start creating your content. And this is core because when you're writing your message, when you're writing your content and you're educating people about what you do, you need to come back to this as to your mission, as to your why, because people need to understand what it is that you stand for. If I hear someone tell me profit based, that's core to me. If someone's talking about freedom, that's going to be core to me. So obviously that's going to catch my attention. So that's one of the reasons why this is so important. This is why the reasons why it's one of the things that, whether you're an entrepreneur or you're a massive company, is the first thing that they're looking at. Okay. Now, Why is this so important? Because your business needs life. Your company needs life. And the way we give our company life is through our missions, our values, what we stand for, our message. But if we're not clear in that, it's going to be very hard to give your company. And that's what I want you to start thinking. This is not just something little. This is a business. This is a company, right? That you are creating, and it's separate from you. Yes, maybe you're using your name, but to me, if I'm using Patricia Nolasco, it's not just me, it's a company, right? Do I lead the ideas? Do I plan? Yes, but this is a company that hires out people to do things, to take care of projects. So it's a company. I'm not running it just like, and never was it just an idea to be just a one person running. So even like that, whether you're just one person in the business or you're hiring already, you're a company. Like if you go to you go to get an LLC, you're considered a company. You're not considered your person. You're an entity. So keep that in mind, right? You are a company, and as a company, it needs to breathe life and have a purpose, have a reason why it's existing, and that's why the messaging, your what you stand for, and the mission is so core and important to this. Okay, now this is gonna help you when you start creating your content, right? Why your offers are so important. It's going to tie back to how freedom and profit, right? So if I were to go ahead and write a post, let's say tomorrow, right? And I am going to talk about, well, let me use something that I already did. So for example, I took a post and I said that I wanted to help entrepreneurs be profitable, and having and understanding and knowing your numbers was a key element of understanding where you were in business, because numbers are the language of business. So if you understand where you're at, you can understand or know with enough time what you need to do for the next month, for the next year, if you're collecting data. And you're going to have to repeat that message over and over again for people to understand, right? Because once they understand, okay, I need to track numbers in order to know where I'm going, because that's going to help me to, let's say, if I want to save 50,000, if I'm tracking my numbers, I can have that idea, right? Like have a good gauge as to where I'm going. So I started talking about that, how important it was in educating my audience. And then I would tie it back to my message. If you do this, right? If you have your numbers, if you understand how much you're earning, how much your company is spending, and what's left should be in your bank, right? This is one of these many steps, right, of creating a profit-based business. Another one I would do a lot was tax planning. Tax planning, we do it in the beginning of the year, and we adjust and we look at it as we go, right? 4 quarters, because we set the strategy in the beginning of the year, and then we look at how the strategy is doing throughout the year to see if we need to make any adjustments. So the way I would bring that message was, tax planning starts at the beginning of the year, not when you go file your taxes. You want to take advantage of all your credits and deductions by taking a look, having a game plan now, and then taking the steps necessary throughout the year to know exactly what you need to be tracking. For example, how much are you spending in expenses? How much are you paying your team? All of that is going to help you and be able to establish and put, budgets in place. If you don't, then this is the way to create a profit-based business, because then, you'll save on taxes because you'll know exactly where you need to be at and save and take advantage of all your tax deductions. But I would tie it back to my core message, which was, this is how you build a profit-based business. Now, when I would work with my clients, we would touch on these three things: the mindset, the strategy, and the profit. They would stress out and freak out because of the tax bill. They would stress out because of the lack of cash flow. So we would work around that. I'm like, all right, this is where we're at. If you continue this way, next month's going to be very hard. So what are we going to do? And the thing was, it's like, give me your craziest idea. I would tell them, just give me your craziest idea. What is it that you want to do? And we'll work with it, right? So, can you see now how the mindset, the strategy, and the profit would fit? Because that was the framework I was using to work with them. still to this day, it's the same thing I use with my clients, right? They want to increase their prices, they're freaking out, and I'm like, whoa, whoa, take a step back. You know, what are you here to do? Go back to the message. What's your mission, right? We're creating solutions to problems that people have. So if we are creating solutions to problems that people have, obviously people are going to pay for that facilitation of a problem. I don't want to spend 4 or 5 years trying to figure out the solution to a problem. If I could just get there faster by actually making a payment, I'm going to do it, right? So it's the same thing with our ideal client. We just have to have a strong message in order to be able to do that. So I remember that in our bookkeeping and tax firm, I had the three offers. Within 6 months, I had filled every single one of those offers. And the beauty of that is that there's just so much clarity out of knowing where you were going and what you were doing. And then when you had to talk to your clients, you just know to come back to that core message. And also, they see eye to eye with you. So I filled my bookkeeping offer. I filled which I called at the time the accounting offer, and then I filled the tax planning offer. And the beauty of that was that, as they grew, they would upsell to the next package, and then they would upsell to the next package. So in total, some have been 5 years, others have been 6, 7 years. We've built beautiful relationships, but the beauty of it is, having the mentality in the clear idea of where it is that this company is going and how you're going to take that client from point A to point B, and then how they're going to go from point B to point C. Because entrepreneurship or business or anything, any offer or anything that you're doing has a journey, right? Whoever it is that you're supporting, they have a beginning and they have an end. So having a clear understanding of what your message is and what you stand for and what you're here to do and the impact that you want to make is going to help you create the offers, create the services, and also know how to what they're going to need, right, to be able to for you to facilitate that transformation. So it brings and it gives you a lot of clarity to you. I can't see if anyone's here live, but if you are watching or if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comment box and they should pull up. Or if you're watching the replay, just make sure to drop them. We'll come back. But the whole point, is that's how I, sold my offers and hit 10K months within maybe 8 months, I'm gonna say. And then after that, I did have like one off offers. So like I had at the time I think I had business formations, like business entities, and I would sell those because I'm like, if you want to be profitable, you need to start structuring your business, right? That's the whole point. So do you see how every offer tied back to that? And the other offer I had was tax planning on its own. Like they already had someone doing their books and they didn't want to leave that person. So I would just kind of like sit and strategize and plan out. And those would be like 12,000, the other one would be maybe like 1,000. It's, taking consideration what was going. But it wasn't difficult to sell these offers. And it wasn't hard because I just had such a strong message. Same thing now, right? It's not hard to sell private coaching because of my strong message, because I've taken the time to go and look at what it is that I stand for. So when, I'm talking to someone on the DMs, they want freedom and then they want profit in their business. And, I explain, if it comes to the point, but through my free content, I'm going to be communicating this, right? We're helping women feel freedom and profit-based businesses. So, I've closed sales in the DMs. Without even getting on the phone, on emails, because it's just such a strong message and people are attracted and they come to the container where they can find me to be able to, so that I can support you like this free life training. And then I have my podcast where I try to give valuable information that you can go take if you're stuck. Go apply it, right? And if you want more, we can definitely work together one-on-one and help you achieve the goals that you want. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. I am very passionate about this. I let me have a sip of water. For me, having a strong standing as to what it is that you do is going to make you also love what you do. And all the offers you do, and the reason why you show up online, and the reason why you have a strong presence online is because you have this mission. It's not just hitting an income goal, it's about actually making an impact, actually helping. I am like core solid on wanting to help women have the freedom in their business, right? You don't have to do it any way other than the way you want to do it. And you can have profit. You can have the personal and financial freedom. I mean, I get to enjoy that because I created that transformation in our business, in our life. So it's what I believe to be true. I'm passionate. I'm focused on helping you achieve that. And yes, the beautiful effect of that is that there is some income coming through, right? But that's not what guides this. I'm not here to be like, let's hit 10K months, let's hit 50K months. No, my point is let's help you create your freedom and profit based business so that you can have that, right? But my point is, I want you to enjoy creating, enjoy having this business. I want you to be happy. I want you to feel good showing up online, social media, your podcast, whatever form, whatever vehicle you're going to use to attract your clients and communicate your message, loud, far, and wide. Do it in a way that feels good. Like to me, I don't feel bad. I'm excited Sunday night knowing that I'm gonna come live and I'm gonna share with you juicy, tips for you to create your own version of freedom and profit based business. And I'm excited getting on a podcast. I'm everything that I do, I'm excited. Getting on a call with my clients on Tuesdays, I'm excited. Any container that I'm creating right now, my private clients, anything, I'm excited because I am working on my mission, which is to help women entrepreneur build profitable and freedom based businesses, right? So they can achieve that personal and financial freedom. So my challenge to you is go back and look at your core message, right? Which is your mission, what you stand for, what do you believe to be true, how you are going to facilitate that, right? And then start crafting. Once you have that very clear, you're going to see how creating your content is going to become so much easier for you. And you're just going to start seeing a different thing. And if you have any questions, let me know. Drop them in the post, and I'll be coming around and answering the questions that you may have. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys. Having a clear mission in your company and what you stand for will make communicating your message, your content, your anything that you do will just make it a whole lot easier for you to talk about and help you stand out from the crowd. A lot of times they say it's saturated. Yeah, probably, but at the end of the day, it's like there's only one of you, one person that can facilitate, say it, and do it in the way that you do it. So we don't want to spend time on that. We want to spend time on what you believe to be true. Lead with what your desire, right? What is it that you believe to be true? What is it that you want to give to these women, to the world, right? And lead with that. That's where you need to focus on. And from there we go to offers and pricing and other different things, right? So for today, that was my mini training for you guys. I look forward to hear from you, and let me know in the comments your thoughts. And again, have a great week, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.